Lisa.
I'm Jessica.
And we are...
Two Dead Girls.
Two Dead Girls, yes. So if you guys have not seen this past episode called The Distance, we advise you to turn it off now because we are going to spoil some things for you.
We know everything.
Yes, we know it all. Not really, but okay.
All right,
so,
before we get into the nitty gritty, what did you think?
I liked it. It was good.
I think it was the best episode since they returned.
Well, yeah.
I kind of think it was the best episode since they returned. I love the introduction of new characters, and I really like Aaron.
Yeah, I like Aaron. I think I like Aaron too.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust him fully, but I really like the fact that I have somebody to be suspicious of, because I think everybody's, she's laughing, I think everybody's pretty much where they're going to be. I don't see anybody like flip-flopping between a bad guy and a good guy.
Right.
It's always good they like to have somebody to keep you on your toes. If you guys hear any background noise, we are recording this during the day instead of at night, and my son is up. Instead of my husband sitting on the couch shooting stuff, my son is on the couch watching a movie stuff. That's
all right. I don't hear it. All right. So it picks up right where it left off in the barn, and Aaron's talking a lot, I have to say.
He's talking too much.
He's talking too much.
He's got lots of jokes. I don't like that.
Yep.
I didn't like that. I thought it was great that Judith cried, like, as soon as Aaron started speaking.
Yep.
Like, people say, like, dogs are really good judges of character. Like, if your dog doesn't like someone, then they're not a trustworthy person.
Right.
Well, we saw what they did to the dogs last week, so I'm hoping that applies to babies.
That's funny.
If your baby's crying, maybe you shouldn't trust them. I don't know.
Yeah. So he just keeps flapping his jaws and stating his case.
Yeah, we're going to audition, and then he says, it's not like it's a dance troupe. Well, only on Fridays. I looked at my husband, I'm like, he's got to cool it with the jokes. This isn't like, not a time to be funny.
Unless he wasn't joking. I mean, we don't know what's behind those gates yet. Maybe there's children who put on a dance troupe. We don't know. So out of nowhere, Rick just walks up and clocks him.
And I'm so glad that he did, because Glenn and Maggie had like an exchange of eyes, and everybody was kind of looking at each other like getting hopeful.
Right.
And this is the only way that he was going to mute him. Like, it's like hitting the mute button.
Yep.
It's going to knock you out, So
that was pretty funny. Did you have a reaction to that?
I did. I had a reaction to that.
So we're starting this episode off with a reaction because we both reacted to Rick. So we're going to insert that here.
You'll see inside the gates. Our community was first constructed.
Whoa. Whoa. The frick? Okay then.
I talk too much. Shut him up, Rick.
The next picture, you'll see inside the gates. Our community was first constructed.
Oh. That was basically, shut up, don't get my people's hopes up. Stop talking, because could you see, like, Maggie and Glenn were looking at each other like, oh.
So that was funny. Yeah, so I liked that. I mean, it was pretty funny. It was just so, like, Rick is just no nonsense now.
He's no nonsense, because it seems like whenever he lets his guard down and whenever he lets people kind of like convince him to do stuff, bad stuff happens.
Right.
Like last with Terminus, Abe's like, why are we going to go back? We're out now. Rick's like, no, we have to go back. Not everybody's dead.
Yep.
And he didn't trust his instinct, and look what happened.
Exactly.
Bob got 8. Hashtag Bob got 8.
Hashtag Bob's leg.
Yeah.
So Michonne is really like getting annoyed with Rick. I think she kind of wants to hear him out and see if they're lying.
Right.
And Rick is just like, I don't care. He just.
No, I don't blame him, and I also don't blame her. Like, one of the things that I've been reading a lot was like Michonne's letting her guard down. My husband even said it. He's like, why does Michelle have her guard so far down? Why is she so trustworthy? She was never given an opportunity to have anybody to trust. Like, she was taken to Woodbury. She didn't go there willingly. And I mean, so was Andrea, but Andrea had the willingness to stay.
Right.
She, you know, I mean, the prison, she was trying to escape, but I don't think that she wanted to, you know, I definitely don't think that she trusted Rick and all of them when she first got to the prison.
Right.
You know, the first thing they do is throw her into a cell. I mean, this is her one opportunity to see, I don't know, somebody dangling a carrot in front of her. Like, this is, it just sounds all too appealing.
What is Michonne says to Rick? She says, "You know what you know, and you're sure of it, but I'm not."
Right.
I liked that.
I was so nervous when I found out she was going to be a guest on The Talking Dead.
I know.
There were like 4 times during the episode I looked at my husband like, this is it, she's going to go. This is it, it's going to happen.
So Aaron says, you know, we have 2 cars, and there's only 2 of us. And Rick doesn't believe them. So they split up and they go look to see, they want to check out the cars.
Yeah, I was very unclear as to who was going and who was staying, but I guess a bunch of them stayed outside of the barn to keep eyes around the barn, and everybody went off in search of these cars, which they ultimately did find.
And so it's Rick and Aaron and Judith in the barn, and he says, if they're not back in 60 minutes, I will put a knife in your skull. I was like, wow. I mean, okay.
He's no nonsense. When the baby starts crying, what was he going to do with those acorns? Can I ask you a question?
I don't know. He was mashing them up or making paste or something. I don't know.
First of all, we have so many acorns around here, and I've tried to eat them on occasion, and they are the nastiest, most disgusting thing, and you have to leach them first. She could get really sick.
Yeah.
Because of the tannin that's in them. Just a word of advice to Rick Grimes.
Nice.
So what does he offer her?
Some applesauce that Aaron had in his bag, or are you having applesauce?
I love applesauce. I don't care if it was poisoned. I probably wouldn't be able to.
There it is.
Say no to.
So we have applesauce this week on 2 Dead Girls. So Judith is crying, and Rick makes Aaron taste the applesauce because he doesn't trust him that much.
And I don't know how comfortable this guy is in Alexandria, but for God's sake, open your mouth and eat the applesauce.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly.
I know.
I don't care how much applesauce your mom gave you. If it's going to smooth things over, take a little taste of applesauce.
Exactly. I know. I was starting to think, I'm like, maybe he did poison it because he's giving him this stupid story.
Yeah.
But no, I think he was being honest. So yeah.
Let's see, I shouldn't have opened this.
So they find the 2 cars, and Abe has a zombie kill there. It was a brutal zombie kill with Abe and Rosita.
Yes. Well, Abe kind of messed up though, didn't he? Wasn't there I think Rosita ultimately killed the walker, didn't she?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But
You're shoddy.
so they go inside the Winnebago, and Abe is like, he's just in heaven because he finds SpaghettiOs, or whatever they were called, Spaghetti Kings.
Spaghetti Kings.
And then him and Rosita are alone in the Winnie, and he asks if she was scared of him. Did she think that he was going to hurt her?
That's why his wife ran away, which was the worst decision that she could have made for her and her children, because he would never hurt. Well, I mean, he did pick out of Eugene.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't. I don't think that he would hurt somebody that he cares about.
Right. So that's that. So they come back to the barn, and they have a ton of food, and I thought it was kind of rude. I don't know. Rick was a little bit, he was like on a power trip this episode. In the beginning, I was happy that he was being so strong, but it was kind of rude when they came back. He's like, all this food, this is ours now. Like, this is our, I'm like, just hang on a minute. Let's be nice. Like, you don't need to be such a jerk.
Right. No, I agree with you.
It was like overkill.
Back into the dictatorship.
Yeah, it was like overkill. It was a little too much. And then for as much as he was being such a hard ass, kind of like being the boss, right. Michonne says, we're going to go to Alexandria. And he goes, okay. Like he was such a pushover at the same time.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love it. And Daryl was like, well, this barn does smell like horse
manure.
Manure.
PG today, kids. PG.
Yeah, the PG version of it.
But I was just like...
At the very beginning of that scene, though, I really loved Michonne's take on people like us. Mm-hmm. Like, why would they pick people like us?
Right.
Well, because people like us, took in a crazy lady with a sword. People like us, they are, like, they're great people.
Right. So
they're driving along.
And
right?
Can I just ask, why did they have to leave at night? I understood what Rick's plan was, but I think it was stupid to leave at night regardless. That's so stupid.
Yeah, and Maggie too. Like I don't understand it. And just I wonder if anybody will ever stand up to Rick instead of kind of giving him the eyes. Like Michonne plays on his emotions. I felt like you know what you know. I don't know it yet. I need to find out for myself. And I kind of felt like if somebody would have just, I don't know, just kind of like put their foot down and said, no, we're leaving now.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have had a choice, and they would have left in the day.
So
Aaron told him it was a bad idea to go on 23.
I didn't understand that either. He's like, no, we're going on 23. And he's like, that's a bad idea. We should do 16. I'm like, you have this guy. You have how many people with you in one man? Listen to what he's saying. And if it goes sour, then you kill him. I mean, I don't know what else, it's like.
But then again, like when you think about it, how many people could he have had hitting a long 16?
That's true.
Let's take the other way.
Yeah, that's true.
But man, was that a bad idea.
I just wrote down Walker bumper bodies because
oh my gosh,
that road was funny. Like, and then on the Talking Dead, they showed that they were not even on a road; they were just in a room.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny. I would have liked to have been in that car just to see.
What was that game? Was it Frogger, where he had to cross the street?
Yep.
Yeah, it was like a game of Frogger. I was like, oh my gosh. And it's just everywhere, and they got away from them. Like Carl and everybody else in the other car, they turned around and went back.
Yep.
I don't know if they turned around and went back. Maybe Aaron's boyfriend jumped out and was like...
They didn't show. Yeah, they didn't show. I was like, where's the Winnebago? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The whole thing, like when Carol woke up in the hospital, now all of a sudden she's walking again. Well, what transpired from there to there? Like, I would like to see what happened with that, but it was bad.
So the car that Glenn is driving stalls, and Aaron starts freaking out.
I know.
And he kicks out of the car and he runs away, and that was my WTF moment, because I thought for a minute that something happened to Michonne.
Right, I thought at a point Glenn was going to get it too. It was really scary. My WTF moment was just driving through.
The bumpers?
Was the drive-through. Was like that traffic that they hit.
Well, we'll enter our WTF moment right here.
What the?
It's over. What's going on?
Did you see that?
Michelle, leave it! We need to find our people.
They saw that flare. They think we shot it. This is how it's done.
In the dark? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Could have one too. They could have heard our plan. This isn't safe.
Oi, yo. Glenn. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, whoa.
Man, my wife is like,
Oh, yeah, really. That's why he said it was a bad idea to go that way. He wasn't bullshitting. Oh, God, look at their car. Ugh.
Yeah, so those were both good ones. The bumper bodies was definitely a good one.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of zombies. It was kind of cool because we haven't seen a lot of zombies. I mean, last episode we kind of did, but they didn't really show you them because they were outside the barn.
Right. Hmm.
But there was a lot on that road. That was scary.
Yeah. Oh, and Michonne asked while they were driving. We didn't ask him the questions.
Oh, that's right.
Did you ask him the questions? Rick's like, no, I didn't ask him the questions. What do you think? Okay, this is something that I brought up to my husband. How many walkers have you killed? How many people? And why? What is it about those three questions that would initiate trust or break trust or like make you like what would be the wrong answer?
I don't know.
How do they know that you're even being honest? Like what is the purpose of these three specific questions? Because people could lie to you.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. And then it was a little sketchy when she was looking at the pictures and there was no people in them.
Yes.
I thought it was a little sketchy, but and then Rick found the what's that thing called that you listen with?
I don't know what the actual word is for it, but it's almost like a telephoto lens, but for audio.
And he's like, "You were listening to us?" And he says, "Yes, I was listening to you." He's like, "We had to be sure." I mean, I guess in his mind, he wanted to make sure that they were all trustworthy before he takes them back to Alexandria. Yeah, so before he takes them back, you want to make sure that these people are not, I don't know.
Absolutely. And it answers my question. I'm like, how do they know his name? How do they know his name? How do they
Right.
know Rick's name? That was one of my biggest things.
So
that's how they know.
So back to the zombies. They're in the woods, running through the woods, which I'm just like, what is happening, right? Why are we in the woods in the dark and
everybody's separated.
Yes.
Glenn got separated.
yeah. So Glenn,
Up on Aaron. He could have left Aaron, but again,
yep,
they're people like them. You know,
Yep.
They're not going to leave somebody behind.
my zombie kill of the week was Glenn smashing the head into the rock.
Okay.
Bill and I called it, I want a rock.
I call mine flare face.
Oh, you like the flare? He was cool too.
I loved it
He was
so
cool.
much.
That was really cool. So we'll enter our zombie kills right here for you guys. Woo-hoo! Go, Glenn. Ah! Ooh. Oh, oh. Whoa.
I want to rock.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Oh no. Oh, awesome. That is so amazing. I'm going to call him Flare Face.
That was funny.
I want to rock.
It was, Bill said it as soon as it happened, and I'm like, that was hysterical. Oh boy. But the flare zombie was really funny. That was really creative.
It was just so neat. It was so cool.
So
I was like,
magical.
oh, that's so awesome. I loved it.
So magical.
So magical.
So
Created some romantic ambiance.
so out of nowhere again, we somehow see the others.
Yeah, like where did they? I guess they backtracked. Michonne got all the stuff out of the hood, which by the way was fantastic and so bad.
Yeah.
And I just kept shouting, like when they were all out, I'm like, close the doors,
Yeah.
you know, get back in the car. What are you doing? But they go back, and I don't know how they all wound up together, but Daryl was outside whistling.
And Eric runs in, or Aaron is like, Eric, and he's like looking for somebody, runs inside, and here we find out that Aaron is looking for his partner Eric.
Right.
Who is injured, but he's okay.
He's okay. Maggie took care of him.
Yep.
And he already said, he's like, I like her.
Yep.
You know, so that's a point for Maggie. So far, it looks like she's on the plus side of Alexandria.
And they shared a kiss.
Yes.
So that was nice.
And I thought it was great that Rick got a chance to overhear private conversation between the two of them. Especially since they've been hearing private conversations between the entire group.
Exactly.
That was Rick's opportunity to kind of, you know, I mean, see a little bit of what I hope is the truth. I hope that wasn't just a show to put on for Rick.
No, and I think that he kind of, well, it kind of makes you think that he's going to maybe trust him, you know.
Right. Exactly.
Until they're back in that back room and he goes, "You're staying in here." I'm like, come on. Let him go be with his, you know, with his partner and just give this guy a break already.
No, it's ridiculous. It's
So
really ridiculous. It's like the only way you're going to separate us is if you.
Yeah.
So
they say we're leaving for Alexandria in the morning.
Yep. They're going to go.
So Rick walks away and he finds this little, you know, like, I don't know what it was, a garage or a barn, and he hides a gun in a blender.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's smart. I mean, it worked out to his advantage with Terminus.
Yep.
You know?
It makes you think that something's going to happen where he's going to need that gun now.
This is true.
And
also, I do have to say, really backtracking, when all of them came out, when Abe and Michonne and Glenn and everybody were walking, when the first, like, come out of the bushes happened, first person I thought of was Morgan.
Yep, that's what I said too.
Yeah, I am not going to be able to I say his name at least once an episode, around a corner, I'm like, it's going to be Morgan. Who's in the bushes? It's going to be Morgan.
Where is Morgan?
Morgan on the brain. And they're going to make us wait until the last episode. I bet you anything.
Probably. Yeah, I don't doubt it. So, I like Michonne tells Rick to let it go. And I just started singing Let It Go in my head. I thought it was pretty funny. Wouldn't it be funny? So, yeah.
So Noah, when they came back, Noah was bringing the medicine to
Eric,
and Aaron said that, you know, he wanted to let him sleep, and he asked him about his limp. He said they have a really talented surgeon at Alexandria again, and Noah's eyes just light up.
Yep.
You know, like with hope, and every time they trust somebody.
We'll see what happens.
See what happens.
You know, it can't be all bad all the time. I have a feeling that it's going to be okay at Alexandria. I didn't read this far into the comics, so I don't know honestly, and I don't like reading spoilers. I think it's going to be okay in Alexandria, but I think something is going to go wrong while they're there. Yeah,
they're awful close to Washington. You saw the Washington Monument as they were driving.
Yeah.
And their battery died.
It would be nice just to have an episode where they could just get themselves together, like just for them to just start. I don't know, just like a happy episode. You know what I mean? Like he
Herschel's house making dinner.
Like he said something like, "Oh, I collect those. I hang them on the wall in my house." And Michonne says, "You have a house?" And he's like, "Yeah." So like it would be kind of cool just to see them kind of establish some sort of a little life here for whatever time they're there, but just to see a different part of it.
Just a little bit. And they mentioned Dale.
Yep.
I got so like.
No, they didn't mention Dale. He said, "Where'd you?" But we knew.
Shout out for Dale.
Yeah, it was a total shout out for Dale, which was very nice.
It was.
So, they just show them pulling up to Alexandria in the morning. That's the next scene.
And Rick can hear children playing, because that was one of the things that he mentioned. He said, if there are all these people, you know, I want to be sure that I can hear them.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed when they pulled up to the doors, that was not in any of the pictures that you saw.
Right.
I said, this wasn't in the brochure. Where
Right.
were the pictures of this mechanical gate that, you know, that they have?
Yeah.
So, but they pulled up, they shut the car off, and what did you hear?
Kids.
Kids playing.
Well, and I liked that Carol is walking next to him and she says, even though you were wrong, you're still right.
Yep.
I like that.
You can't let your guard down.
No.
You can't let your guard so far down that people think you're gullible.
Yep. So I'm interested to see where this goes.
Me too. Oh
I,
God, I hope that everything's okay for them.
I'm interested to see who's in the town, how many people there are, if they're going to put some new characters into our group. You know, like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited.
There has to be.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be. I mean, if it's such a, and the houses are absolutely beautiful.
Yep. So
You know, the community. If it's, where did they get all that steel and all that metal to build those
I have no
walls?
idea. I have no idea.
The first picture I saw, I was like, wow, that looks safe. Why is it so safe? How did they get it so safe?
The first picture looked like the prison.
Yes.
So I was like, wait a minute. And then I'm like, how did they do all that? Yeah, I don't know. So I guess we'll find out. I'm sure there's a story behind it, and I'm sure we'll
I
find
have
out.
a feeling that next week is going to be a very, I don't want to say, every time I say a slow episode, I get slammed for saying a slow episode, but I have a feeling it's going to be more of a get to know who's who, figuring out what Alexandria is about episode, so I don't foresee so much
Action.
action.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
We like to call those throwaway episodes. Bill goes, oh, that's a throwaway, you know. But, I mean, they're necessary. It's a necessary episode because you have to establish where they're at now and who they're going to meet. And I'm kind of excited. I hope they get to shower and brush their teeth and have a nice meal. And
Rick can cut off that nasty beard.
let him shave that beard because it's like, it's so ashy. It looks so dirty. Probably smells like a gym locker.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
He thinks that's funny.
So,
Jim
yeah.
Walker.
So, and I'm excited to see like who gets their own living space and who chooses to live with whom. And I don't know. I'm excited. I think it might be a little slow next week, but I think it's something that we're going to need. It's going to be a necessary episode. So,
I think so.
yeah,
So I guess that's it.
that's it. It was a good episode. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot too.
You know, when they're good episodes, they go by so fast. And when I fast forward through the commercials, I'm like, oh my God, it's almost over. Like you can't, that hour goes by so fast. I mean, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it.
So
A good episode. We're going to see what next week brings, and we will be back next week bringing you what we can.
Yep. Leave any of your feedback and what do you think Alexandria is going to bring. Now, if you read the comics, please don't leave us any spoilers because we don't like to be spoiled. But what do you think it's going to bring if you don't know? Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to bring a break. I think it'll bring a nice break for everybody. I don't know if it'll be a long-term thing, but maybe at least a good night's sleep in a soft bed.
Yep.
That would be nice.
Some toothpaste, a little mouthwash, maybe they can cut their fingernails. Some of the things that annoy me probably that I would want to have done.
That's really gross to even talk about. We're probably going to offend all the men that watch this channel. So it's a girl type question. You could guess where I'm going with this. What do they do when they get their?
Oh well, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
What do they do?
I don't know.
Blech.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know, I mean.
Let's ask the Talking Dead that question.
Oh my God. It's our idea. You heard it here first. Don't write in and be like, Chris Hardwick, how do blah, blah, blah. No. Two dead girls thought of it first.
All right, guys. So for this week, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jessica.
And we are
Two dead girls.
Two dead girls. We'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.